Welcome back to the Untouchaballs podcast. Caden and Evan here bringing you another episode. Baseball that is here. But first off, Evan, how are we doing today?
Doing great, Caden. I'm doing great. It's fall, and yeah. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Football's back. I know that's not what we're talking about here, but it's great because, once
Yeah,
football starts back up again, that means we're winding down to the end of the Major League Baseball season. And with that comes playoffs and lots of playoff races.
perfect time.
And that's what we're
It's the
going to be
best time of
talking about
sports.
today. Oh, it really is. When you hit about that October phase where it's playoffs every day, football every day, come on. Tell me that's not ideal.
Nothing. There's
Exactly.
nothing better.
And yeah, I mean, and with a little less than a month to go in this year's regular season, we got some tight playoff matches or opportunities, especially with the wild card right now coming up towards the season. We're going to talk about it, see who we think might end up actually securing these wild card spots or even a division win in some of these scenarios, such as the AL East. And I think there is a lot more probably contention when it comes to that American League. So I think we'll save that for that second half of this. Let's start with that National League where first off, before we even go into the wild card, as of right now, your division leaders are the Milwaukee Brewers, Philadelphia Phillies, Los Angeles Dodgers, with your wild cards as the Cubs, Padres, and Mets. Do you think any of these division leaders will switch come season's end?
Caden, I mean that NL West is interesting. I mean we saw both these teams have a struggle. They both hit like a 4 or 5 game losing streak, and like neither one was like taking advantage of the other at all. And now they're both winning again. So it's like it. I mean, San Diego's only 1 game back from the Dodgers. That's really the only one I think that really has a chance of switching at this point of the year. Um, I if I mean it's the Dodgers. I feel like they're gonna hang on. Um, but that one I'm watching very closely.
Yeah, I would agree. I do think that's the only probably likely one to change come season's end because I mean the Brewers are up like 8 games on the Cubs. I don't see some crazy September collapse out of them to lose out on the division. And the Phillies too. I mean, they're up 4 games on the Mets, and I still think that's enough, especially the way we've been seeing the Mets play this last probably month to 2 months. I just think the Phillies are the better team. They really is going to come down to that NL West. Can the Dodgers stay ahead of this Padres team that on some nights looks like they can be the best team in baseball, then on other nights I don't know. It for this Padres team, I feel like they're very inconsistent for how good they should be. I think this team, when you're comprised of players like Machado, Tatis, you still have King, Cease in that rotation. I think they should be better than what they are right now. But I also think the Dodgers should be a lot better than what they are right now. And when I'm looking at both these teams as a whole, it's just I see the Dodgers from top to bottom as a better baseball team than this Padres organization. That as much as I think it'd be cool to see some shake up here and the Dodgers finally lose the division, especially in a year where they have such a stacked roster, I don't know if I really see it happening. I do. As of right now, I'm still picking the Dodgers to win that division, but it is very close, like you're saying, in that also probably the only really close one in this, uh, I guess, conference.
Yeah, they just got the experience over the Padres, you know? I mean, like, not saying the Padres haven't been in the playoffs almost every year here in recent years, but they've just they've been making deeper runs, been in the pressure situations a little bit more than this Padres team.
Yep. Now though, looking at that wild card matchup, like we said, the Cubs hold that top wild card spot right now with the Padres 2 games back, and then the Mets 3 games behind the Padres for that top spot. The teams lingering around are the Giants at 3 games back, the Reds 4 games back, and then the Cardinals and Diamondbacks each 4.5 games back. Do you see any of these teams flip flopping and any of these new teams entering come the end of this month, Dwyer?
I mean, I'd be really, really shocked. I mean, if for any team be disappointed, but especially these three teams. I mean, like a lot of people are really like high on all three of these teams, and if one of them doesn't make the playoffs at all, I feel like that would just be a huge, huge letdown. Very big surprise. I think they'll be all right. You never know though. I mean, Giants have been playing better baseball. Those other teams haven't really kind of been flirting around 500 in recent, like the past couple weeks. So it's like they've been really pushing. So if anybody, maybe the Giants, and then I guess you could say the Mets. I mean, just because they have, they're the closest to them. Um, but I think the Mets are still going to hang on. Um, but that's really, like you said, this time of the year, we saw with Detroit how they made that
Mhm.
crazy push the year before. Like anything can happen. But I think the Mets will hang on for that last spot.
Yeah, like I don't see St. Louis or Cincinnati really making that push needed to try to get in this wild card. The interesting one, I think, Arizona maybe, but I think 4.5 at this point is probably a little too far out. The Giants, like you said, that they are the closest, but also I really like this. I still think this Mets team is good. They still have one of the better offenses in the league. And the Giants, yeah, you have Devers. There's still, I think, a lot of just inconsistencies in levels of play from player to player on that roster. And I just think this team is definitely worse than the Mets as a whole and the San Francisco Giants, even with some of these additions they made, some of the players they have. I still think this Mets team is better. I know the Giants have been playing better as of late, but even still, like you're saying, the Mets, it would be a huge shock for them to fall out of the playoffs and not make it after this offseason they had signing Juan Soto, but basically $800 million, or yeah, basically $1 billion almost, with all the incentives and stuff. But this team should not fall out of the playoffs. This Giants team, they've been interesting. They've been weird. I mean, you trade for Devers, then you lose like 11 of your next 15 games, and now you're won 7 of your last 10. And I don't know. They've been too streaky for my eyes to really consider them being threats to the Mets as of right now. Yeah, I'm with you. I think these 6 National League playoff teams we have right now will be the 6 we see come season to end. The only thing that could shake up really would be the standings per se of like your seeding.
Mm,
Like, but other than that, I
yeah.
think these 6 teams are going to be these 6 teams come October.
I mean, if the Mets, I mean, this is really their only year of Pete Alonso. I don't think he's going to stay there this year. I mean, unless they're going to pay him.
Yeah.
He's going to opt out of that deal for sure after the year he's had. I mean, I will say, like I agree with you. I do definitely think that they're going to hold on, but I would start playing better. They got like it's right there. Like we saw with the Cardinals a couple years ago. They got on that crazy winning streak to get into the playoffs. Like anything can happen, at this point of the year. And when you're flirting 4-6, 5-5, like you're giving the Giants a chance to come on and take that spot, which they're playing better. They're getting close. The Rangers are very close. 3 games sounds like a lot, but that could be easily
Yeah.
switched. So
Yeah, 100%. They really do need to be playing better because I do think if they make the dance, they will be a very hard out and just a very like not like a sleeper team by any means because this is still a very good
no,
roster.
you don't want to first the Mets
But you
first round,
don't, yeah,
like
you
yeah,
you don't want to be a division winner and have to come in and face the Mets in the first. No, that sounds
no, and
awful.
that'd be a 3-game series, correct?
Yeah,
Like that's
no,
a
yeah,
tough draw your first game. That's really yeah. So I mean, yeah, I would if I were another team, I would definitely want the Giants to make it over the Mets. But yeah, brutal first draw.
100%. Yeah, now we shifting over to the American League. The standings as of right now are the Toronto Blue Jays leading the East and the 1 seed. Then the Detroit Tigers, Houston Astros, those are your division leaders. And then the wild card, you have the New York Yankees, and a game behind them is the Boston Red Sox. 3.5 games behind them is the Seattle Mariners. And then your close wild card teams are the Texas Rangers, a game and a half out. Cleveland Guardians, 2.5 out. Royals are 3 out. Rays are 4.5 out. First off, let's talk about, like you saw at the end, the division winners. Are the Blue Jays going to win the East? That's really, I think, the big
Yeah,
question. We can talk about the West some as well, but are the Blue Jays winning the East?
I mean they held it for a while. I mean it's been about a couple months, right? I think they probably took it over June-ish
Yeah.
maybe. They had a rough start, and they all of a sudden just took off. The Yankees are brutal, and the Yankees are starting to heat up back again and catch their tail a little bit. Only 2 games up on the Yanks. It's getting tight. It's getting real tight. They're 5-5 their last 10. Um, I'm gonna say they will hang on. I do think so. I think Santander's gonna be coming back. I think it's gonna be a nice little addition, like a little morale booster for this team. Um, but the Yanks are playing some good ball right now. It's gonna be tight, man. I think that they'll hold on. I think they'll hold on.
I do think it's a little crazy, Dwyer. I mean, with this Blue Jays team kind of back in the offseason when they signed Santander, one of your first appearances on this podcast, it was titled "Are the Blue Jays contenders this year?"
Mm.
And this team is very good. I mean, we've seen it throughout the year. I don't know if this is my brain telling me this or just my hope that my preseason prediction of the Yankees winning the division is overriding one another here. But I do think the Yankees are going to find a way to come back and win this division come seasons end. I mean, like you said, they're only two back of the Blue Jays. The weird thing with the Yankees is how bad they've been against uh namely the Blue Jays and the Red Sox this year. They've been terrible against both these teams. I think they're going to figure something out, find a way to get that to change as you're getting into the most critical and important part of the season. Have a good end of the season when it's up against these divisional opponents. Find it and come away and win. As much as I do like this Blue Jays and Red Sox team, I just think with the Yankees a game ahead of the Red Sox, a little easier start for them. And then I just think they're going to find a ways to, yeah, you've been playing bad. You still got a couple more games against each Toronto and Boston. I think they're going to find ways to go and win those series after how poor they played to start the season. Come in and find a way to win that division.
Yeah, I mean, all three of these teams I see making the playoffs, and
Mm-hmm.
all three are going to be a tough. I mean, like you're talking about the Blue Jays. I mean, this is probably the best Blue Jays team we've seen in a little while
Yeah.
here. I mean, between the pitching and hitting, like they have it all now. Um, they're not playing their best ball right now, which is not ideal. Um, which I definitely see your point. I think the Yankees could definitely go in there and swoop and take that right now because yeah, this point of the year, every game is super crucial. So drop it. I mean, you drop a game. I mean, they just had the series last weekend. I don't know. Did Toronto take that series?
I will have to check.
Check that. Yeah,
I'll check for you, Dwyer. And while I'm on
yeah.
that, if you just want to say, who do you think's winning the West? As the Astros are 2 games up on the
Man, the West.
Mariners and 3.5 up on the Rangers.
See, the West. I think Seattle had a rough go at it the past like 10. They've only won 4 of their last 10, but they're on a 3-game winning streak. Kind of starting to make a little bit of a comeback in that AL West here. Um, I just, I know I'm saying everybody's holding on. I just think Houston's gonna hold on. They always find a way to do it. Um, I like the Seattle team a lot. I think they're going to be kind of interesting going into the playoffs. Um, I like that lineup a lot. Obviously, we'll
The
see like
Yankees
how
won the series.
the Yankees did.
They
Okay,
did.
so yeah, like that's you can't be losing a series like that. I doubt that they play again rest of the year. But I don't know. I like the Blue Jays. I like taking the team who's got the lead right now. But yes, I think that the Houston's going to hold on. Um, but that one's yeah, really I could see anything happening with that one. But more so than Seattle, I almost think Texas has a better chance to go in and take that division because we're playing better right now, and that team, when healthy, when playing good, like we love the Rangers in the offseason for a reason. I mean,
Mhm.
they're healthy right now. The guys like Jock Peterson, who's been brutal all year, he's starting to really hit over the last month. Like these kind of guys are starting to like, click for them. So like if anybody, I think Texas would come in and steal this division before Seattle.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Like, I like this Mariners team. I do. I like the pitching staff. But this is the Astros division. They run this division. They've been doing it for so long now. I don't see them that changing. I don't see them folding or giving it away really come season's end. And also agreeing with what you said. Yeah, I think this Rangers team is better than this Mariners team. They've been playing better ball as of late. That if one of these two teams were to come in and seal the division, I do think it would have be the Texas Rangers. They're in state rival, but I just don't see it happening. And looking at the wild card, I am going to say I think the Mariners do fall out. I do think they are going to fall out of the wild card, and we're going to see the Rangers come in and get that last wild card. I know you and me were very high on them in this season, especially coming into the start of the season. We were very high on this Rangers team, but I know they started off slow. They've been playing better as of late, and you're right. Jock Peterson started a lot of these guys who were very sluggish start of the year have been coming back and looking good. That Yankees, Red Sox, Blue Jays, like you said, I think all three of those teams are going to make the playoffs. Just I think it'll be Blue Jays, Red Sox as wild cards. You think it'll be Yankees, Red Sox as wild cards. But the one switch I do see, and I know it's crazy that I only see one really switch happening out of all playoff teams with Still 3 weeks to go in the season, but I really think the only we are going to see is that Rangers are going to come in and take that playoff spot. I think they are the better team, and they have their key guys healthy enough right now, I think, to go on a push that they're going to come in, and we're going to see DeGrom pitching in October.
Finally,
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 yeah.
right? It's been a while. It's definitely been a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, and you got to come in and face Texas in that first series, being whoever you are. And I see this is like that's a tough team to come in and play. You know, I mean, I know they lost Evaldi for the year. Like they definitely have their injuries
Mm-hmm.
still. Like they aren't at like full force strength. But like end of the day, it's whoever's playing the best ball at that time. And right now, Texas is playing the best out of really anybody right now. Outside, I guess the Yankees been playing pretty well too. But that'd be crazy because I didn't think Texas had a chance too. In the middle of the year, I was like, oh, this team's
Mm-hmm.
out of it. But they kept themselves in it. They really kept themselves in it. Which it would be a shame though if the Mariners end up losing that last wild card spot. Assuming you make that move for Suarez, you only try and bring in Naylor, try and go and compete, and you miss the playoffs. Like that would be killer.
Oh, it's definitely going to be brutal when it happens. I just think Seattle fans are probably used to it by now at this point. They didn't make the
Unfortunately,
dance for 20
unfortunately,
years and then finally made it back. Got walked out by Jordan Alvarez. They just know what heartbreak's like. That it'll be nothing new to them. Sorry, Mariners fans.
yeah, literally. I mean, yeah, I mean, either team. I mean, for anybody to miss the playoffs, like we were saying with the Mets, like it's gonna be heartbreaking for anybody. I mean, especially, I mean, Texas too. Like we were saying, like it's pretty much this year and next year is pretty much their window. So their window is about closed. Um, And like Seattle, like you said, hey, you go and make deadline moves. You try and be the winners of the deadline, and you still can't like make the playoffs. So that's just it's a frustrating place they're in. You know, and this kind of brings us back to like what we were saying in the offseason with the Seattle Mariners. Like they didn't do anything. Like they brought back Jorge Polanco, which good move. He played well, but like that was it. You know, like you make these moves late at the deadline. Like these are moves you could be making before the season when you need them. You know, like you knew you were gonna have to go out and get another bat. Like you could have done that in the off season.
100%. Yeah, I think you're spot on there. That it was their lack of urgency to make the moves needed that I think is going to cost them. Because if you have a full year of Josh Naylor, a full year of Eugenio, I mean, I doubt Eugenio gets traded before the season because the
Mm.
D-backs had high hopes. But maybe you trade for Naylor instead of the Diamondback. That could have been a boost right there. Maybe you're sitting a couple wins higher right now. You're winning the division, and look at that. Now you're having a firm grasp on the players, but you're waiting until the deadline to make these moves. And yeah, I mean, they were good moves, good additions. It just, I don't know, it might be a little too late for that offense, even with such a good pitching staff that they're gonna have to, I think, get hot for them to be able to stay in that last wild card spot.
Exactly. And another team that's like, if they make the playoffs in those short series, man, you have heard of Woo and Gilbert. You're like, oh my God, I would not want to face them either. You know, like I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
any team in these playoffs, but it's just like, I'm not a big fan of that three-game playoff series. Really,
Oh, the wild
it's
card. You like the single game?
it's just like it's yeah, I don't know. It's just 3 games. It's like I feel like you're dead if you lose that first one. You know, you might just at that
Mm.
point might as well just play one. You know,
No, I do. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just they had to change it up when they added the third wild card
true.
because you can't have a division winner go out on a one game winner
Yeah,
go
who knows?
home. All of a
Yeah,
sudden, the NL set, or I guess it would be this year. Right now, it's the Dodgers are the bottom. Dodgers are out after one game because they lost to the Mets in the wild card.
crazy man. That'd be nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be a little weird. When they decided to add the third wild card, I think you had to go to 3 games to make it actually feasible.
Yeah, that makes sense. When was that? Do you know? Is it like
3 or 4 or 5 years ago.
okay?
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna
might
say.
have
It
been
was like within the
2020.
last like 5 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, those are our thoughts on the where we think that playoff race is really going to end up for Major League Baseball this year. Once we get closer, we're going to obviously go through everything playoff related on this podcast, get you our picks, our predictions, everything like that. And this is what we think is going to go on for the rest of this season. Dwyer, do you have anything else for us?
Not kidding. Just ready for this playoffs, man. Can't wait.
Yes,
Just
sir.
hope we can't come soon.
Well, leave a like down below if you guys did enjoy. Comment down below as well. What do you guys see shaking out with this year's playoff picture. Turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload of the Untouchaballs podcast, and share this with your friends, family, strangers, neighbors, anything like that. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.